What are you guys doing in Turks right now?
So we have a couple of.
Don't play with the cord, Paul. Don't play with the cord.
We have
I feel like a teacher.
We have a couple of
Come towards the mic.
beach cottages in Turks and Caicos, just a short walk to the beach, and we use Airbnb and VRBO and short-term rentals to lease them out.
Okay, so the financing on that to purchase something, because I think more and more people, and I don't know, maybe it's in my age or something, I just feel like everyone's asking me this. So to buy something in the Caribbean, what's the financing look like? What can you share? I don't know what you want to share or not want to share or whatever, but if a Canadian wants to buy something, in the past it was always refinance up here in some of your rental properties, pull some equity out here and go down there and just buy cash because the financing down there is just a mess. Is that what you guys did? Or is there a way to get financing down there? You don't have to reveal all your secrets, but paint a picture of how somebody does this.
I don't think there's any secrets.
Okay, well, what is it?
There's really no organized financing down there. There's some private financing available, like some smaller guys here and there who will lend, but the terms are not favorable. I mean,
yeah, I think we calculated it came to like 13.
I need you in the mic.
I think when we calculated it came to like 13%, something like that.
What do you mean when you calculated? There wasn't just a straight up interest rate?
No, they're like 8 or 9, and then this fee. 8 or 9, then this fee, that fee, some other fee, all kinds of fees. So by the time you actually calculate it, it comes to like, I think it was like 13, 14.
And this is a local bank in Turks, or is this like a Canadian bank that's operating in Turks?
It's like a local MIC, let's say.
Okay.
Or a local dude with some cash.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. So most Canadians buying in Turks and Caicos are likely buying cash.
Mm-hmm.
Cash. I mean, listen, if you don't have a complicated real estate portfolio wherever you are back home, US or Canada, because that's most of the buyers, and the bank can understand your tax returns, they might give you a mortgage. If you're just buying it as a second home, like a cottage in the Caribbean,
okay,
and you may or may not rent it out and you have substantial net worth, yeah, it's possible. But chances are like 2 out of 10.
Got it. Okay. What else have you learned about owning in Turks and Caicos that was interesting or surprised you in some capacity? After that, were there any extra taxes, fees from the government that you had to be aware of? Or once you buy the property, nothing was a surprise?
To me, and I think it's a very fair system. I mean, it's an indirect tax system, like Cayman Islands. It's very similar. So there's no income tax, there's no property tax, there's no capital gain tax. There's no.
Oh my God, you're speaking my language. Keep going.
Yes.
Keep going.
There's really no anything tax. No, I mean, and that's
how do they build the roads? And
exactly.
Are there sidewalks at the side of the roads?
So it's indirect tax. So everything imported into the island has some kind of import tax attached to it. So a glass that you're going to buy from the store is like $4, and it sounds insane that you're going to pay these kind of prices, but what's the alternative? Pay 30% of your income in taxes and pay $2 for the glass, or pay 0 and pay a little bit higher for your goods and services.
Yeah, got it. Okay.
And then if you have some money there, which some people do on the island, and you want to buy luxury items, there's luxury tax too. But it's fair, I think, in my opinion, because if you have the money, you're going to pay the tax.
So if someone's there and they're going to buy a Land Rover, there's a luxury tax on the Land Rover. It's already expensive, I guess, because it's an island to get the Land Rover there, but then there's a luxury tax on top of it.
Correct.
Okay.
And the tax is also based on the engine size. So there's a lot of small little rinky-dink cars everywhere because they're cheaper tax. But if you're going to bring in a Range Rover or something like that, or a big truck or a Hummer, then you're going to pay depending on the capacity of the engine and on the price. So a buddy of ours, actually I saw it, got this like matte green Range Rover. It's actually really cool. But I saw it when I was leaving, and he was talking a month earlier how he was importing it. That thing going to end up costing him $200,000 US for a Range Rover.
The luxury tax he paid was $75,000 US, which sounds nuts. But if you think, let's say the last 2 or 3 years that he's been earning income, he's probably saved $500,000 in taxes. Right? So he's giving some of it back to pay for, an extremely luxury type of product.
Is that why you guys originally bought in Turks? Is just like you wanted a place in a jurisdiction that maybe was a bit easier on tax, a little bit more straightforward? Like, was that a primary reason? Because Andrew, I know you were going to you've taken the family to Mexico. You've been gone down to Mexico sometimes for a month, sometimes for 3 months at a time. But then you've done this Turks thing. What was the primary driver here?
Yeah, I mean, maybe we have both different reasons. I like Mexico, but the issue with Mexico is that they don't let you own. I think it's within 3 or 5 miles.
2 kilometers from the
kilometers.
beach.
So you can't own within 2 kilometers of the beach, which is where you want to be.
As a foreigner, you can't own?
As a foreigner, you can't own. You do like a 100-year land lease. Sign
Or
with,
you
like,
you own in trust. Your lawyer holds in trust for you.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So those are the kind of two issues, which I wasn't really a fan of. And then Turks and Caicos, originally we thought there was financing. It's British overrule, so there's like land registry and title. But to be honest, I always said like maybe I wouldn't buy in Mexico, but I don't know. Like things are changing. I heard that they applied for BRICS. So if
you
that
have Mexico is in your soul.
Mexico is in
And
my
Paulinus
blood.
is
Yeah,
getting something in Mexico.
Yeah.
I think I could see myself going to Mexico, not leaving Turks because I still like Turks, but I could see myself going to Mexico, especially if they join BRICS.
But it's you. I personally, I prefer to live in Mexico versus Turks and Caicos.
Why?
Because way cheaper for everything.
Oh, got it.
And
There's more options, maybe?
I just totally personal, but I just appreciate the Latin culture and the language and the food and you know just the beach atmosphere.
Okay.
But I may not own there. My money might stay somewhere else.
Okay. So what do you I didn't totally prep you for this. Are you okay sharing with what you own in Turks?
Yeah.
What is it that you own in Turks?
We have a couple single family homes.
Okay.
You know.
Right off the beach, 1 block from the beach or something like that?
Yeah, that's a good way to describe
Aren't they
it.
building a Ritz-Carlton or something next to
It's
you?
already done.
So they built a Ritz-Carlton right next to you?
Yeah, as the crow flies, it's probably 500 meters from our house.
As the crow flies.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what are you renting out? These are 2-bedroom places?
One is 2-bedroom, which will soon be a 3-bedroom. We're building an extension.
Okay.
And the other one's a 3-bedroom.
And then in Turks and Caicos, if you have a 2-bedroom or a 3-bedroom, when you use Airbnb to rent them out, what would someone expect to get on that kind of property?
So we get on a 2-bedroom, we probably average about $300 a night.
Okay.
US.
Got it. High season, low season?
Average.
Oh, average. Sorry, average.
Yeah.
$300 a night. Okay. Holy smokes. And then what are your vacancies? How often do you have that rented out?
We're probably full
We're pretty full. I think 70.
70, 75%.
70. So on a month that's really full, you're talking $9,000 US a month?
Yeah.
Because you're saying $300. I know you said on average. Okay.
Yeah.
The 3 bedrooms more. That's like the 2-bedroom.
What's the 3-bedroom?
3-bedroom, I'd say maybe 380, 390.
We're averaging 400
Yeah.
a night. Yeah.
On the 3-bedroom.
Yeah. It's a 2-bed. With a 2-bedroom one we've had for a while. That's the first one. And like our best year, we grossed like about $84,000 US.
So you've done the math. I'm assuming you've pulled some equity from some properties here to be able to buy those down there. But when they're producing that much gross revenue for you, the numbers work. You're happy with this?
Yeah, we paid cash for it. So I guess our ROI isn't that great because we're not leveraged with financing. But, you know, I think we get an ROL there, return on lifestyle, that you can't get anywhere else. And you're certainly not going to get here in Toronto or Ontario.
And then do you guys both use it personally? I feel like you've both been down there.
Yeah, this past winter we both were there. We were both one family in each house.
Yeah,
So
got it.
cool.